Hey everyone, happy Friday. Hey Amin, how you doing?
Good,
I'm
good.
in,
It's
I'm
working.
had a little. I can hear. I think I can hear you.
Alright.
Yeah, I could hear you. Hey, welcome, Am. I mean, we haven't done one of these Friday nights in a long time. Kind of an impromptu tonight. Thank you for
No
joining me,
doubt.
man. I appreciate it.
Good to be here.
Yeah, yeah. So how was your week?
It was good. It was a busy
Yeah,
one. A
yeah,
little worn out, but, happy
yeah,
it's
yeah,
Friday.
yeah. Absolutely. Um, what do you got on wrist tonight?
Wearing my Longines. I just saw Random
Ah,
Rob picked up a sweet Longines,
Yeah, let's talk about that. I
and
mean,
yep.
speaking of impromptu streams, he did one today, just unboxing or showcasing his new Big Eye, right?
Yeah,
Longines, beautiful watch, really.
really super nice.
I have to find a local AD that sells Longines near me because yeah, that's awesome. Love that watch.
Thanks.
Um, I because I got to experience these again firsthand. It's been a while. Um, I picked up a Damasco recently, chronograph, and I'm very happy with it. But man, seeing that Longines, I'm like, oof. I just love the different size subdials. I mean, I think it's kind of cool. I'm not really um, trapped by the notion that everything has to be symmetrical. You know, um, but what a cool watch for sure. Um, Congratulations, Rob, and hopefully he's joining us. He might join us tonight. So you're still showing mute, Amin. So
I
oh,
microphone.
now I hear you. Now I hear you. Yeah, yeah. So having little difficulties there. Well, no surprise. I'm wearing my Rolex Submariner. I was wearing the Damasco earlier today. It's a new watch, um, but at the end of the night, I like the sub. It feels so great. Also picked up something recently for review, and that is the Seiko SSC 813, the speed timer. Really, really cool watch. I know Rob did a review of it recently. I'll be doing one of it shortly. Very impressed with it. I mean, such a classic design, of course. I mean, we know this looks like a Zenith Chronomaster. I mean, come on, like who are we kidding, right? Um, or a Pagani, but no, I know it looks like a Daytona, but looking forward to spending some time with that and taking some pictures. Just a classic design. You can't go wrong. Let's say hello this evening to the chat. Ross is here. Hey, Ross. Dan, thanks for coming. Please also let us know what you're wearing on wrist. Hey, there's Peter. Justin is strapped in. Bill K's here. Hey, Wilson's here. Steve Time Hill's here. Happy to see you guys. Hope you're all doing well. We are. TGIF for sure. Rick, thanks for coming. Chaz from the Berg. Time Hill, there he is again. AZ Clayton, what is up? Let's see if we can get Amin in there now. Yeah, hey Amin. Um, Still, the volume is a little low on you, but I'm just gonna keep on going with the chat here. James is he here? Lee, hi from the Canary Islands. It's 2 a.m., but I don't care. All right, excellent. I
Test.
think there you are. I hear you now. Test.
Alright.
Underachieving watch collector, what is up? Ken Spear checking in from Pittsburgh. Um, are you a big Steelers fan, Ken? Let us know. Have I asked you that question before? Let us know as well. Nilo, what's up? Pale Horse. Hey, Anish, my buddy, what's up, man? How you doing? Mez9 is here. Mountain Standard Time, what is up? Wearing your Apple Watch. Get that sub back on your wrist, man. Um, let's go here. Oh, finally some snow in Denver, huh? Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, Rick, he loves the Longines. Don't currently own one, but I like them. Yeah, same thing here. Don't currently own one. Like them a lot. I gotta add one of these days. I really do. They have a Longines at the Macy's that are near me. Yeah, but do they have all the whole lineup? If they do, then I'm gonna track a Macy's, I think there's probably one within like a half hour, 40 minutes away from where I live, for sure. Um, hey, Wayman, what's up, man? Mr. Jones is here. Haven't seen you in a while. Welcome. Hey there, Ben. What's going on? Hey, Thomas. Thanks for chiming in. Ozzy Watchnut, what's up? Yeah, the Panda Seiko, it's trending for sure. Um, it was a little tough to get. It gets sold up pretty quickly when it pops up, and then I was able to get this pre-owned, but it's in great shape. Um, hey Rick, did the Kadoki sell yet? Not yet. But hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. Detroit Spartan, I'm here because Wilson gave me the heads up. Rolex Rob as well. um, hey, I'm in this having he's gonna there. Oh man, it's one of those days, Amin, right? Uh, so, oh, Rick is wearing the Bulgari War Timer. Awesome watch. Love that watch. Not all Macy's have Longines. Have to check with a specific source. Speaking of Longines, there he is. Hey, Rob.
Hey, Rob.
Hey guys,
Congrats.
thank
Beautiful
you,
watch. Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, really. I've been mentioning in this stream early on, and in many streams that I'm very intrigued by Longines and their ability to go back into the archive and pull out these awesome looking reissues or whatever you want to call them, or variations of older models. They're just incredible and very tastefully done. And so was this Big Eye in your radar for a while, or was this like an impulse? Or
Somewhere in between those two, really.
yeah,
It's not something that I've obsessed about for like um, super long. I would say I've probably been watching videos and researching it for
yeah,
like a week and a half, 2 weeks, maybe. Like that, so I
yeah,
guess that's borderline impulse, I guess.
yeah,
But it's pretty easy to determine quickly that if I'm going to buy a chronograph, like I feel like I'd be a damn fool not to buy the Big Eye.
yeah, yeah. I was mentioning just before to Amin that I really like how the registers are different sizes. Like, I'm not like bound to that, symmetry. Like everything has to be symmetrical. The numbers can't be cut. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
and so this really appeals to me. And the fact that it's called the Big Eye because of that big register, I think it's pretty awesome. You know,
yeah, yeah. I
and
definitely like that it's not. I know you guys can't see very good on
yeah,
this, but like it's in the blue. I was worried that because there is some pictures and video where the blue dial on this looks fairly like plain or
hmm
flat, almost like.
hmm
And in person, it is definitely vibrant. There's more going on. There's a texture to it, but at distance from a normal time telling distance,
yeah,
it almost gives it like a metallic flake look,
yeah,
even though it
yeah,
is a texture. But I think it's just the way the light reflects off it.
yeah. And it gets darker towards the middle, right? Is that
So
what I'm
it's a
seeing?
really nice blue. I mean, like a blue you would see on like a hot rod or something. It's
Yeah.
a really good blue. And then as it goes out towards the edge of the dial, it
Oh,
definitely
the
gets
edge.
dark. I mean, it's
Okay.
very dark blue. I don't know if it transitions to black. It's definitely a dark blue.
Yeah. Steel or titanium? It's titanium, right? The one you got?
Yeah, this one's grade 5 titanium
Okay.
on top of that. So, like, everything about this particular model was the Big Eye, the standard Big Eye, the stainless steel one is already like super cool enough. And I think, quite frankly, it's more timeless. I think that's really, if you're going to get a Big Eye, that's probably the one to get.
hmm
But
hmm
this one has all the different stuff that I really like. So, grade 5 titanium. It has the blue dial, which I don't even really care for blue dial watches or chronographs for that matter. But
Yeah.
so I might as well combine the 2.
Right.
But then, like, the tan colored handset in the Arabics, um, and then white printing on there kinda reminds me of Zinn has done some
Mm.
weird colorways like that with
hmm
the well, their blue one. Isn't there I think it
They
was a limited edition, that blue one with the cream colored and everything like that. I loved
Yep.
that one.
it was the well, you had the 104 that had
Yeah,
the blue. They did that.
yeah,
They just came out with a 358 in blue, which looks beautiful, chronograph as well. Yeah, yeah. No, I see the a lot of similarities there for sure.
I think
so
my I put this up before, but my Legend Diver
nice.
is a little bit like analogous to the regular Legend Diver, like what your Big Eye is to the regular Big Eye, right? Because it's
Yeah,
a mine's bronze, yours is titanium. You know, the original version of both of ours was steel. It
that's
has a
bronze. I don't see any bronze. It looks stainless.
no, it's the lighting, but it's not a normal bronze. It's a very kind of honey gold, or you know,
Interesting.
it's a very light, very very light bronze, and it hasn't patinaed really at all since I had it.
I
But
wonder if they must have did some sort of alloy to that to like.
something, yeah. But it's got the gradient dial like yours, you know, colorful in the middle, fades to sort of black at the edges. It they're cool variants on the original theme.
Yeah, I definitely. It's not a limited edition or anything, and I'm a big fan of limited edition. But I'm also sometimes it doesn't have to be limited. It just has to be, a left turn in that line or something
Hmm.
where
Hmm.
I think enough people are going to be like, because the big eye already kind of is like, there's things about it that people are just like, nah, I'm not, like 30-meter water resist. They're like, nah, never mind.
Yeah.
Or, like the dials or the sub dials being different sizes.
Here you can see the difference in color. See the
Yeah,
bronze
It is very
uh,
light.
and
it
the
is very
steel.
light.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
light bronze.
Yeah, versus like, um, so I have a bronze glycine in right now, and you can see
Yeah,
how. I mean, I guess it does kind of look light, but it's like it's definitely a darker bronze. And then
yeah,
I don't know. I've been like fixated on some bronze watches lately. So
yeah,
Me too. Actually, I've been stalking the Zenith. There's a Zenith pilot, a Zenith Pilot Extra Special 20, whatever it's called, and it's so awesome with the cathedral hands. And I'm not even a big fan of cathedral hands, but on that watch it looks great. Um, Price point's pretty steep though. Even pre-owned, it's around four,
yeah, I
or low
I think I
fours.
tried on the one that you're talking about when I was out in Vegas.
There's a 45. Yeah, I mean, Quran has. There's a 45 and a 40. The 45, I think, will be a little bit too big because the lug to lug on that is like in the mid 50s.
I don't know.
Um,
It wears pretty good though. It is the
yeah,
one. The one I tried on is the one that Quran has.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Um, I've been kind of wanting to add a bronze watch to the collection. The problem is I don't want to spend a whole lot of money on a watch that I just don't think I'm going to
the
wear a lot.
the leather strap on this was like amazing.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
It
yeah, yeah. Hmm.
because it's from a it's in the case back on it and everything documented it
Hmm.
essentially, but it's like it's from a pilot's like bomber jacket.
Hmm. Hmm. Oh
Yeah,
wow,
it's
that's
that
cool.
is so cool.
Yeah, yeah. I like that. I still may pick it up one day. The 40 appeals to me because of the sizing, but
Yeah.
the 45 appeals to me because pilot watches are supposed to be big. I'd have to try the 45 on to see if I could actually pull it off, because
Well,
I
the
do get it.
45 is cool because of its history and everything
Yeah,
like that, but you'll actually wear the 40
I'd
because your
probably wear the
wrist is a
40.
little bit smaller than
Yeah,
mine. I think
yeah,
you're like six
six
and
and a
three
quarter
quarter,
quarters. Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
I'm probably like seven and an eighth.
yeah,
So I mean that's a big 45 is big. Actually, I just
yeah,
bought a 45 millimeter Shinola. I gotta
yeah,
go
yeah,
pick up.
yeah, yeah.
But with those wire lugs, they actually kind of wear more compact.
Yeah, so I guess it depends on, the lugs. And I know the 45 has a pretty large lug to lug, but from what I've heard from people is that it doesn't wear as big as that. Like, yeah, yes, you have the 45 millimeter case, and that's going to be big, and that doesn't bother me. It's the lug to lug, the way they come down, it just doesn't feel like it's a
Yeah,
totally big watch. So we'll see. That's definitely one I definitely want to try one day. Um, when I have the chance, because I think I would pick up that watch in a bronze. I'd spend the money on that one. Otherwise, than that I'm not going to spend more than $1,000 on a bronze. I'll go with a glycine like the one you have there, or something
yeah.
like that. Um,
I might actually buy one of these. This is a viewer loaned this one, but Craig G, that's in our group,
Yeah.
he just
Mhm.
bought one based on I showed some pictures of it, and you forget the the glycine combat sub is like it's so thin. Yeah, it's a 42 by 50,
Yeah.
but it's only like just over 11 millimeter thick. Like it's super thin. And then to
Yeah.
add the rich root beer colors in the bronze case, like that's a really good colorway for glycine.
Yeah, for sure. I'm in loving the facial hair. Have some Dave Navarro vibes.
Thank you
Yeah,
much.
you got some Dave Navarro vibes. Rob's got some Scott Ian vibes from Anthrax with the long chin beard there. I just don't look like
My wife
anybody.
is going nuts. She wants to like. I threw away all the clippers because I like legitimately threw them away because she's threatening to like lop this off while I'm sleeping.
All she
uh,
needs is scissors to do that. She
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
one or two.
One snip, yeah,
Yeah.
in your sleep. Um,
yeah. There'll be
just as
consequences if that happens.
Justin saying got the Jane's addiction going on. Awesome. Let's see here. Tom saying congratulations. Titanium dial, blue dial version, very nice big eye. Yeah, I mean it's a great looking watch. Um, Before we continue, we're gonna take a look at some of the pickups from people that we know in our Facebook groups or and whatnot that have got picked up some new watches recently. And let's start off with our friend Rick, who has picked up a Zenith, actually a couple of Zeniths, right? I don't know exact model numbers here, but I mean, look at this. It's beautiful. It's a Defy, right? With a skeleton dial here. Just a
So
beautiful watch.
how much are those? I haven't researched this brand a ton, but like the
Yeah.
little bit that I have checked out, like I could see having one of these soon.
I don't know. I think they're pretty expensive. I just love how they do the date, right? I
Yes,
mean, that is so cool. He also picked up this limited edition one. This is the one that the poker chip or whatever they're calling it. It's a reissue of an older Zenith. Look at the even the strap is loomed. How crazy is that?
it's nuts.
Yeah. Um,
It's crazy.
Moving on, our buddy Wolfgang picking up this beautiful Chopek. Just a gorgeous watch. Um, look
That's
how
Wolfgang, did he got two of them? This looks different than the
no,
one we saw.
this is the one. I mean, maybe
Wow.
maybe
The
the
lighting maybe?
lighting. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So check this out here on this sub dial here on the right side. You have that's the power reserve, right? And then you
Okay,
have the day of the week. And from what I understand, I think the power reserve will also coordinate with the day of the week. So it'll tell you if you're on Tuesday if you have 5 days left. Like it's not that it's just a right across from each other. It's just that's how it corresponds and lets you know. Like so, on Saturday your power reserve is going to be down to 1 day. You know what I
Very
mean?
cool.
So very interesting
Oh,
feature. I
Rick says
believe.
that's his one.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, this is yours, Mix.
Wolfgang got a
Okay,
DLC. Got
okay.
it's like a
the
black one.
That's
the
right. He's got a DLC version.
the
Okay,
dial
sorry
texture on
guys.
that is absolutely insane because it
Yeah,
starts around the sub dials and then
yeah,
radiates out.
yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry about that, guys. My
both
apologies. But
both
this is
amazing.
the back of Wolfie's
Yeah,
one. Yeah. So you see the DLC coding there. Um, but very cool.
beautiful.
And our buddy, let's see here. I had a couple more here, but for some reason it's getting glitchy. But it was only like one more,
Hmm.
so we'll not a big deal. But anyway, so congrats guys on those pickups. Sorry for the mess up, Wolfie and Rick, but still beautiful watches. Chopek is something special for sure. Um, yeah, let's go into the chat here, and let's go to chat, and then I want to talk a little bit Rolex, right? With you, Rob and Amin. Um, Amin recently, what's the one you recently? Oh,
I can't even remember.
what's the one you recently picked up?
it's out of my mind already. I don't even know what you're talking about.
It's not the Pepsi. It's the
Rob, I'm only saying that because he's
what?
trying to trap me here. I can't. If I say the word, he's going to play a music clip of me.
What? What are you talking about? I'm in I'm in Yeah. So I
Wow.
mean, it was gonna happen. It was gonna happen.
That Rob was looking at me like I was being a total snob by saying I can't even remember what I got, but that's why I was saying it because I knew the minute I said Batman, he's gonna throw up the clip. And
I'm in I'm in
the part where I start twisting side to side, oh man, that's
Just be glad you didn't buy a Batgirl.
true. All right.
But I heard you on a stream, maybe on Monday. You were talking about the Rob. You were talking about the Air-King,
Yep.
and that's a model that's fascinated me lately, especially after I saw it in person. So it's interesting, right? I mean, like you picked up this up, not your first Rolex, right? You had an OP a couple years ago,
Right.
um, but it's interesting. You go um, sub, and then you would think, right? I mean, like most people, maybe the next progression would be maybe like a GMT, or maybe even a Datejust 41 or something like that, just to round it out a little bit. But you're going airman. Why so? Or thinking about going airman. Sorry,
Well, I'm gonna definitely pick up an Air King, but
Air King. That's what I yeah. Sorry.
the reasoning is, I guess, the Air King. I have like history with it. I go back a ways. Um, so I think I had sold the OP39, and then somewhere between selling that, I took a visit out to Bruce out in Salt Lake City
Hmm.
and hung out with him for a day. And I wore his Air King at the time, which now Dirk owns that. Which later on, fast forward, I actually wore Dirk's for a few hours when I was out in California, but which was Bruce's old one. And I remember thinking then, because when I sold the OP39, I always felt like it was too dressy, too small,
Hmm.
because the smaller oyster cases, like in the oyster perpetual cases, they wear small.
Yeah.
I felt like they do.
Hmm.
So the 39 was too small. So when they did the OP41, more recently, I felt like that was a good move,
Hmm.
but I guess I'm just not into all the colors.
Hmm. Hmm.
I feel like I would get bored with them.
Yeah.
Whereas the Air King has a more weight, it's thicker, it's just more like robust feeling.
Yeah.
And every time I've worn it, which has only been like twice,
Yeah.
it felt very natural on wrist. And then just like looking at it with that pop of yellow and the pop of green and just
Hmm.
the funkiness of it,
Yeah.
like that's got to be like my next one.
Yeah. I'm with you. I mean, I was never interested in it, judged by the pictures or the videos. It didn't do anything for me until I saw it in person when I was
Yeah.
picking up this thing. And I was like, whoa, that is totally not what I expected to like really a lot right now. And so I tried it on. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, like this is going to be hopefully an addition. Uh, Speaking of additions, it looks like if whenever the opportunity comes up, you'll be picking up an Air King. Um, are you targeting anything? And this goes to you, Ahmed. Are you targeting anything specific next year? Do you have that plan? I mean, we talked about strategies in other streams before, more in the general scope of things. Is there a particular watch that you guys need to add or feel like you need to add next year?
I'm gonna bring
Um,
up a picture of my.
okay, sure.
So the one I've been looking at this for a while. There are a couple.
Hmm.
By the way, I've been seeing a lot more and more interest in Air King lately. I feel like it's sort of I've always thought of it as like an uncommon choice off the beaten path, but it's getting kind of popular.
Yeah. Well, I think
Uh,
I think also for for some of us, and Rick is touching on it here. The get the Air-King before they're gone might be discontinued soon. I think we've heard that a lot in the last couple of years. We're
for
certainly hearing
years.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're certainly right. So, and we're certainly hearing about that, about the Z Blue Milgauss now, right? That's going to be something that's might be discontinued next year. So I think there might be some of that going on. So, oh yeah, Align, very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the V38. So I guess this is somewhere between 38 and 39 millimeters, I
Hmm.
believe. It has a micro rotor
Yeah.
um, uh, Fourier movement,
Mhm.
and I don't know. I think it's
It's
pretty.
oh yeah. I mean, the guilloche is just bananas on there. Um,
So that's kind of what I think I have in mind for next year, but
yeah.
I changed my
Is-
mind a lot.
I
Sure.
don't know anything about that brand. Is that that's a big purchase?
It's a pretty big purchase. Yeah, it's somewhere around 10 to 12,000 euros, depending on how you configure it.
Are
Um,
they hard to get?
they're not hard to get, other than waiting for them to make your watch. They don't make a lot of watches,
Okay.
and so this is it would be basically an order for the type of pattern you want on the dial, the type of colors you want on the dial, and then waiting for them to make it.
Oh
So
wow, you spec it out and they build it.
you spec it out and they build it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
cool.
there's a limited number of colors and options and patterns. I don't know how far you can go outside of the sort of the set of options they have, but they're built to order. Yeah. I think it's probably, I mean, I would guess like a 6-month wait once you spec it out.
So shorter than a Rolex.
Shorter than a Rolex, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll show you some. Let's see if I can. So these are all. This is the
Ooh, I
tag,
like
right?
that.
So there's you can see a lot of different options in what it might look like.
Yeah, I
Um,
like the multicolor for sure.
yeah. Oh, this one, yeah. Um, a lot of different options, but
Ooh, just a black and silver looks good too. Ooh, that looks nice. Yeah, two
it's
tone,
nice
man.
looking, right? Two tone. Um, so
But with the lighter dial, you can get the nice blued hands. I think I would
Mm,
prefer the blued hands.
hmm.
yeah. Yeah, and without the guilloche, it's a little bit less pricey, still pricey. So, um, he makes them in a couple different sizes. The bigger ones have a 6497 that's modified in the back. I mean, a movement like sort of like this. This is
It's
different than
wild.
most.
Wow.
And then the micro rotor ones. Let me find a good movement picture here. So these would be the 6497 modified 6497s. And then his let's see here.
You want the smaller one with the micro rotor?
Yeah, only because I have a couple of watches with
Ooh, purple with gray.
6497s.
That's dope.
This one?
Go up a couple.
Oh,
That purple with the gray.
oh, the purple. Yeah.
Yeah, I know
This is
people probably don't like that, but that's it's a meteorite die on the
Yeah.
middle.
You
yeah.
love purple there, Ron, right?
Well, purple is actually the best color, but I don't know that it belongs on a watch.
Right when I'm looking for let's see here.
I've seen it. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Um,
It's got a tungsten micro rotor, which is
Yeah, so
crazy.
I like this one too. It's more simple, but
Yeah,
I like it. And here's the movement on the V38.
that's cool.
Yeah.
yeah, the engraving on the micro rotor is just beautiful there.
Yeah. So anyway, that's currently my big watch purchase idea for 2022. I
So when you order, like, do you have to pay in full, or do they take like half down, or what do they do?
think they take half. They might take less, but I think it's half, and then
You know
half on
what? That's
delivery.
kind of nice. Like that, like to break it up
Mhm.
like that. I know a lot of people
Absolutely.
hate on that.
Yeah.
Well, I think they hate on it when it's like a micro brand or
Hmm.
something. When they want it like right now. But then when you deal with a made per order, customized, and everything like
Hmm.
that, everyone's probably like, "I'm good with that." Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's weird.
Absolutely. Hey, Dib, what's up, man?
Yeah,
Thanks
I
for
like
joining
it
us.
too. I have two that are like that that I'm expecting in the next few months from other small companies, and the way it's broken up also makes it more spouse friendly. I feel like
Right.
it's like
So
buying less expensive watches.
right.
Yeah,
It is like two less expensive watches, right?
yeah,
Basically.
yeah.
So Rob, so okay, so getting back to Rolex because of course I got Rolex on my mind, right? Air King, if it comes up, if something else comes up, like let's say whoever your salesperson is at the Rolex AD says, I have X, w- steel sports, whatever variation. Is that something, are you in a position right now where in your mindset, would you jump on, let's say if it's a Mel Gauss and it's a black dial Mel Gauss.
I
Um,
actually like the black dial
okay,
Gauss,
okay,
but
okay.
um, no, I don't think my relationship is that way. Like, I could potentially get other watches offered to me. I think maybe, but
Hmm. But if you
what
were
do
in
I
that
do with it?
position, but if you were in that position and you were getting calls, Um, I'm of the mindset right now that, and I'm nowhere near that type of relationship I have with the person I'm working with. But if they were to call me and say we have this Rolex sports model, it would be really hard for me to turn away from any Rolex sports model at this moment, just because of kind of like the hype. I mean, I'm a sucker of the Rolex hype. Kind of like they're not really, they're hard to get, and I'm a sucker for that too. I would find it really really hard for me to pass it up. You know,
So yeah, like depends on what you're gonna do with it.
yeah.
I prefer to like when it is gonna be a Rolex, I want to be the end user.
Hmm.
So I'm only gonna buy the ones that I actually want.
Okay.
And to be quite frank, like they're when I look at their entire lineup, there's very few that I actually really want to own.
Hmm.
So like I kind of have my name on the list for a Batgirl, but
Hmm.
if and I would do that one, but it would I almost feel like it'd be potentially temporary because if they were to ever come out with a Coke bezel one,
Mm.
I would I would sell the Batgirl to get the Coke.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, should I maybe thinking that way, should I just be like, forget about the Batgirl? Like
Mm.
I'll just wait for what I want to come out.
Yeah.
So what's on the list then? What are the ones that you definitely like in the lineup besides the Air King?
Pretty much just the Air King because,
Uh,
like I said, I mean, like if a Batgirl got offered to me, I would buy it because
Hmm.
yeah.
I do want the Jubilee and a GMT.
Hmm.
But it seems like I want the things they don't actually have. Like I want the
Mm,
Coke, and
Hmm.
I would love to take a root beer, but
Mm.
only if it was on Jubilee.
mm,
I
Mm.
think a root beer on a two-tone Jubilee would look amazing.
mm.
They don't offer that in their current lineup though now, right? It's
No,
Oyster. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
which that watch looks amazing too, really.
It looks amazing too. Yeah.
I mean, heck, I've thought about. I was fantasizing there for a little while about trying to figure out jockeying for position with my sub and move to a two-tone black dial sub.
Mm.
Yeah. Ah.
And I'm like, nah, I better not because it's. I think I would miss mine, and I don't want to own both, but it would be kind of cool to have two-tone or potentially full gold. Uh, Not necessarily Rolex, but
Yeah.
something else. But maybe later on.
Wilson saying Air King, Batgirls, Root Beer, Melgoss, and so on. But Rob only likes you.
Well, they have a bunch more. I mean, because
Yeah,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
a Daytona guy or,
but so the other, like, completely honest with you guys, like, one of the other reasons I actually like the no date sub or I like the Air King is because it is on the more affordable side of
Hmm.
that lineup too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the Air King's what 64 or
Four
something
sixty
like
four
that,
fifty. Yeah. Yep.
and that's a
Yeah.
lot of money. I
Yeah.
mean, let's be real. It's definitely a lot of money for me. It was a lot of money to buy that sub. That hurt,
Yeah.
but I can afford it. Like
Yeah.
I could probably afford a lot more, but it's still a lot of money. It's hard for me, like mentally, to do that.
No. Yeah. For sure. For sure. Kevin S. Two-tone subs are not at all difficult to come by these days. Ozzy Watchnut saying palm fronds are growing on me very slowly. Rich Ross saying root beer on Jubilee would be almost perfect. Cream dial in same setup, even better. The root beer float.
Yeah,
That's pretty.
nice.
That's
I
pretty.
like
That's
it.
pretty good. Yeah, I like that. I like that too. Yeah, I mean, like, look, I like a lot of their lines, and look, I'm totally head over heels over the brand now. Okay, I mean, everybody knows that. I tell you, the one watch that I'm really cool on, or have been cool on lately, and it's not like I would be able to get one anyway, is the Sky Dweller. Um,
Oh
I
my
I don't
god,
know.
yeah.
I in the pic now that's a watch, and like in the pictures and in videos looked great, and but when I saw it in person, I was like, oh yeah,
Mm.
I mean, it's cool that it's an annual calendar, and all that stuff. But and look, I wouldn't turn it away if it was offered to me. But there's definitely some models that I'm cool on. But I do like you, Rob. I do like more of the um, quote unquote affordable Rolex sports um, models for sure. Um,
Yeah, I mean, any of them are gonna be good if you're looking to either park money or actually own a watch that you have, like, 0 chance of it depreciating.
hmm
Like, you can just wear it, and then at any point, like, if you need out, you can get out.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Sky dwellers are awesome. Sky dwellers are hideous. Sky dwellers is the best Rolex.
the I think the most intriguing thing about the Sky Dweller to me is because I'm a very mechanical type person,
Yeah.
is the first time you use that movement
hmm
and the way it functions, like I would love to sit with a watchmaker and have one disassembled because
Mm,
I can't visualize how they made it so the bezel changes the functions, like the way that functions is like it's bizarre. I kind of did the same thing when the first time I handled, or the only time I handled a Ulysse Nardin Freak. I was like, wait, how? What? How
mm.
does this thing work? Like, I wanted one. The first time I tried it on, I tried on a titanium one and played with it, and they were I was shown how to use it, and I'm like, oh, I want one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Philip, Sky Dweller might be my favorite Rolex. So Amin, just
I'll
you
keep
know,
that in mind for
keep
his
that.
18th birthday.
Yeah. Kevin has two-tone Sky Dweller with a white dial. Clandestine luxury. I think I'd buy any steel model, but the two-tone ones can be pricey and therefore harder for me to afford. Where I to be offered more than one of those a year. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, that you can get in trouble for that without a short. Romy saying, I really like the Explorer until Rolex reduced the size. See, I'm okay with that. That size reduction. It's going back to what it was. I would like to actually see one of those two-tone Explorer ones in
I
person.
think the two
That,
tone one would be sick. I would
mm,
consider the two tone one of that.
yeah. Our friend Dib, I think one of his major complaints about the Rolex, the Explorer one, the new one, is the taper of the bracelet. It almost tapered to like a 14
Yeah,
millimeter width, and
Mm,
it just
like
felt,
too much.
yeah, yeah, like too
mm.
dainty and too much. Yeah, for sure. Um, Most complicated roles, the Sky Dweller, yeah. Troy
Yeah, there's
Spartan,
only certain people that can work on them.
yeah. Do you know, does Troy Spartan have one of those Sky Dwellers? He says one of the best watches in the world, but internally and externally. Um, I know he's got quite a few Rolexes.
Detroit Spartan.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, he's got a few.
yeah. He's got a few, right? Um, let's see here. Going back to the two-tone Explorers is so expensive. Though. It is pretty pricey. I think it's over 10. I think it's just over 10. Um, Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. I am on the list for a black dial OP39 for 9 months, so it's due. I'm surprised that it's for a black dial OP36. You've been waiting 9 months for. I've heard that the
So it's
black
due.
blue. What's that?
He says that's just funny. So it's due. It's a
So it's the.
pregnancy, 9 months.
Yeah,
It's
Okay,
due.
okay. All right, right. I got it, James. Yeah, I like the I do like the OP41s. I do like that silver dial one with the gold um
yeah.
indices. That's pretty cool. It's like a two-tone watch without being overly two-tone. Um, Dib is saying I'm in tune with my feminine side. You go, girl. Okay. Okay. There's our dib. So yeah, but look, eventually, my plan is, if this ever happens, is Rolex and then German watch, maybe do one of each a year. Get back into
This is a good
to
plan. That's
German
what you did this
watches.
year?
I guess pretty much,
Yeah.
You're
I
still flipping though, right? You're not. It's not like you're buying keepers.
so I'm down to 4 watches,
It
and
feels good, right?
uh, I thought it would, but it doesn't so much. But no, but I think, and look, it could all change tomorrow. Um, I'm gonna try to be really thoughtful about my picks because I don't want to sell anymore. I'm tired of selling. You know. Um,
Selling sucks.
yeah. Now I think, like, I don't know if it was Amin who mentioned this a few weeks ago, but it's different when you're thinking about affordable watches, like, so in the 500 under range, flipping those. Okay, that's fine, and maybe for adding more content to my channel, that's something I could definitely handle. But some of the higher luxury pieces, man, I just really want to be, like, really thoughtful, methodical, and keep these for a long time. I actually want to build a collection, you
Okay.
know and have something like 10 or 20 years from now look at, and be like, okay, I've curated something here that I'm proud of.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be something to own a watch long enough that it needs a service?
Yeah, well, I have, but these are watches that I bought, like, in the mid 2000s.
Okay.
But since 2017, 2018, nothing has stuck around for needing a service, for sure.
Yeah.
um yeah, I can't handle, I thought I could handle a small collection, but I was at one point, Rob, this year, probably in the beginning of the summer, I had like 10 watches, and I loved every single one of them, and I felt good. I didn't feel overwhelmed, you know?
Okay.
I've been in that position where I didn't like all the watches that I've had, and been like, felt like an anxiety over it. But if I really like all the watches, I think I could handle a big collection. Uh, Check it over at
Yeah.
my
Well,
wife.
if you're slow and methodic about it, then I think you could do all right.
Yeah.
I got there's so many different ways of doing this. Like I would enjoy. I don't know what I have right now. I'll probably do a state of the collection video soon. Because I
Mm.
don't have a ton of watches. That's not necessarily true, but I don't have. Well, so a lot of the watches I have though are like they're older Seiko and they're pretty inexpensive.
Yeah.
The amount of money that I have into them. So they're still part of the collection, and I think they're still, I enjoy them and I wear them and everything. But I agree with you. Like that's where picking up the big eye, like this one just it made sense, but I also connected with it,
Hmm.
and I feel like I'm gonna enjoy it. So it would be nice to just own the watch and enjoy
Yeah.
it and wear it.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Um, uh, AB's here. Hey, AB, thanks for joining us, man. Neff, selling watches is yeah, pain in the, yeah, it could be. It could be. When you have a good group of people that you're part of and you sell watches back and forth, it's not a problem, you know? Like something like
Well,
how
some of the watches you guys are buying though, it's a very niche market. Like
no,
so,
no, that's true.
in the
Yeah.
some of the groups you're in, they might not
Yeah.
resonate.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. Absolutely. That part is true. Yeah. In regards to more of the affordable, common stuff like the Seikos and G-Shocks, those
easy
are kind
flip.
of, yeah. So I could satisfy that itch very, very quickly, and know if I can wanted to get out of it, I can get out of it.
Yeah,
You
I still have the G-Shock I bought off you. I haven't even done the video on it yet.
know. Yeah, that's a good watch, man.
I don't
I
think
should
I
have I
have
should
yet.
have kept it.
Well, you want it
um,
back? I can sell it
no,
to
no,
you.
it's okay. It's okay.
I'm just gonna do the video and then sell it.
Yeah, maybe I'll think about it. Bobby, I'm thoughtful about my picks. Just give me Rolex. Yeah, that's right. Bobby's talking nonsense. Absolutely. Kevin can call me out. He knows me. Aussie Watch Nut. The end destination is about balancing budget, use, branding, peer evaluation, resale value. All right,
Those are
fair
valid
enough.
points.
Um,
Can you go to Time Hills? It's a few down from where you are.
okay, did
Kinda
I?
hard to admit. It's a few it's
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Kind of hard
yeah.
to admit, but I tried on several Diamond Dow Index index Rolex models and really liked them.
So
Wow.
did you guys see the Brooke Shields talking watches by
Yeah,
any chance recently?
I did.
So she was, as a child actress and getting more and more into, more and more roles. She went from having she got a steel Rolex, I think, or Cartier, and then she got a two-tone, then she got a full colored gold watch, and then she got a gold watch with diamonds all over it, like
Yeah.
every bit of it. And as I was watching her talk about the progression, I was thinking like watches with gems on them are starting to look a little better to me. I I never thought I'd wear you know something with diamonds on it or something like that, but does that do you guys
Well, you're already kind of flirting with it, really, if you look at some of the dial decoration and movement decoration of the
yeah,
watches you're looking at. I mean,
it's true.
that's that's just jeweled up essentially.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It's they're pretty watches and they're ornate.
Isn't there a Calatrava that has like a really thin, like kind of bezel of diamonds on it? I don't know if it's a Patek or not. But there are men's watches out there that I've seen
Yeah,
dressy pieces that have
quite a
that,
few.
and it's like I mean, if it's tastefully done, man, that
Or
looks
those
damn good.
or their Patek chronographs with diamond baguette indices. There's
Yeah,
Rolex watches with diamond indices. Like if you get not that I like to get one, but the platinum Daytona you can get with or without diamond
yeah,
indices.
yeah.
And these watches, they it's hard to get them good on picture and video. The every time I've seen them in person, they were like they're way more vibrant. Like my wife actually bonded with a Breitling. It's some limited edition or something. It's got like this mint green dial, but then it's got like jewels all around it, and then it has diamonds for the indexes on the dial. But then she looked at the price and she's like, "I'm not paying 8,500 for that." And I'm like, "God, neither am I."
Yeah, yeah,
I'm like, "It is very good looking watch, and I would love for
yeah,
her to have it, but I'm not
yeah,
paying 8,500 for that."
yeah. I mean, look, there's some like Piaget models that have like jewels in it, and they're just beautiful, beautiful watches. I don't know. I think I could just admire from afar at this moment in time. Like that's not something that I think I'd have to be a little bit older to maybe pull that off. I don't know.
You're not going to be out like cutting wood in the
No,
back
I'm not going to be
yard
chopping
and
wood.
stuff like with your fully diamond out Rolex or something.
No, no, no.
You running your chainsaw, looking down, be like,
I
"Damn,
know,
that's
I
nice."
know. Yeah, imagine that. Oh man. Oh man. I'd be crucified on Instagram. Um, or maybe worshipped. I don't know.
It's pretty baller if you did.
No ice cream, hunt. Thank you. My wife
Wow.
offers
Wait,
for
you
me.
just turned down ice cream?
Yeah.
I did
What are you
turn down ice
doing?
cream.
Crazy guy.
Okay, I'll take a scoop of vanilla. And do we
She is
have
not
any?
talking to you right now. You're
Uh,
making this up.
do we have coffee
I
chip?
heard it. I heard ice
Yeah,
cream
yeah.
through the
Oh,
headphones.
you'll see, Rob. She's bringing it home.
Oh,
She's.
man.
I wasn't
She
actually.
knows you're on the live stream, and she's
Yeah,
like, "Would you like? Yeah, would you like some ice cream?"
yeah. No, this is not a setup. This is actually.
Making
This
us
is how
all
we.
jealous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can read Detroit Spartan saying he'll have a platinum Daytona with diamond indices without getting too jealous. But hearing you getting ice cream served to you during the live stream, that's
I gotta
pretty,
catch. I'm sorry. I'm so
We'll
pretty
see if she
jealous,
feeds it to him too.
jealousy provoking.
no, no, she's not gonna feed it. No, no, Mrs. Legs doesn't feed me. She doesn't. She wouldn't do that. I wouldn't want her to do that. You should have the music at the ready at all times because you never know. Oh, that's um. Coming as that Breitling Chronomaster for ladies watch in mint is beautiful. Yeah.
Yes, it is. I agree, and I would love to get it for her. And
Would
I don't know
sh-
if my
would she
channel blew up and I started raking in money or something like that. Maybe I would.
would she like would so what do you think her reaction would be? Like would she be like, "Oh my god, this is amazing," or "Oh my god, I can't believe you spent 8,500 bucks on this."
No, she would. She'd be down for it. Like
Yeah.
just as much as I'm desensitized with the watches and the prices and everything now, I think she is too because the amount
Mm,
of watches that come and go out of here now, she
yeah.
sees it too. Like I converse with her and show her, and I like to get her. She's not a watch person,
Hmm.
so sometimes it's nice to get her perspective and the female
Yeah.
perspective of
Sure.
like you show it to them and just get the reaction. and
Yeah,
it's nice to have that occasionally because I'm so like I don't know what you call it. I'm so messed up in the head with watches. It's
yeah,
sometimes you need like that reality check.
yeah, yeah. No, absolutely. You're absolutely right. Um, Slayer hoodie and Diamond Dow classic New Jersey combo. Yeah,
Nice.
absolutely. Kevin.
You didn't wear it. I told you I was gonna wear it, so you
I
probably switched
know.
over to your
I know.
Flyers.
I totally switched to the Flyers one. Thanks, hon. See, there's the ice cream right
Nice
there.
Wow,
bowl
look at
Yeah.
too.
that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, this, what? I think Marshalls, we got this bowl. I don't know. Bobby likes, if Bobby likes had a log splitter, he can rock a diamond watch. Oh, man. I'm totally going to get a log splitter one of these days.
One of these days. They're not
One of
that much
these.
money.
No, no, I know. I know they're not. I want to make sure I get the right one. I don't want to buy the wrong one because if I buy the wrong one, then I don't want to be stuck with one that's not. I want to get a good quality one, so I'll save up for it for sure. But we
No,
got
you
a
just
lot of wood on the
buy one.
property. Yeah, I just gonna buy. I don't know. I've been so lately I've been watching. I watch a lot of watch content, but I've been watching a lot of videos on how to split wood. That's that's
There's so many different contraptions to do it. It's crazy.
I know, I know. What I'm liking, what I'm gonna try, and it's fairly economical. I'll try it first. There's bless you,
Actually,
um,
Thanks.
you can get like a wedge, and I'm just gonna get like a maul axe. I have a splitting
hmm
axe, but I'm just gonna get a maul axe, and then like just hammer it in. After I get that initial you know cut, because I have some wood here that's been out for like a year or two seasoning, and it's just like I still have it takes me like about 30-40 whacks to split it. I'm like, there's got to be an easier way.
yeah, just get a pneumatic one, man. Be done with it.
Yeah, yeah. Ugh. All right, chopping wood talk over. The watch goal for me this coming year is a Cartier Santos medium, beautiful watch.
Nice.
Have you were you around Bruce when he had his or has his?
No,
No, okay. This last year, I got a white dial Seamaster, Speedmaster, and a yellow dial Tudor Fast Rider. Time to focus on attainable growth. Jared, that's some year, man.
yellow
Very
dial
cool.
Tudor Fast Rider. What is that?
It's a chrono. Let's see here. Let me see if I can pull one up. Uh, Fast Rider. I'm not as quick as Amin with these. Yellow.
You all right, Almond?
I work at a different site on Fridays, and I get I think they have mold at this place because I
It's
get
probably
like
guano.
this happens to me every Friday night into Saturday morning, and then I'm good the rest of the week.
Yeah, they probably it's probably they have something that's probably guano and stuff. It's probably not even mold.
Oof.
They had a flood, and it seemed to start a little while after that, but
I've
whatever
never
it
seen
is,
that Tudor.
it's definitely environmental.
Yikes. Let me take a little.
Ev
Yeah,
every,
you're gonna
sta
eat the ice cream on the live stream. Okay,
Hmm?
we'll just talk. It's fine. So I don't know. Maybe this Tudor would look better in person, but I gotta say, like, I'm not digging it in that picture.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's the case, Rob. I think these look better in person, for sure.
Oh man,
Um,
that's like a legit good price.
yeah, but that's a heck of a year, heck of a
Yeah.
pickups there. I
Oh
like that
yeah,
Santos. I really like that Santos a lot. Um, Mrs. Legs likes the Santo too. Hopefully, one day we'll get his and hers Santos. Um, get an electric splitter. So I've been looking up these things. The
right.
problem with the electric splitters that I've seen, um, the logs are like you have to go. It's like the maximum log length is like 20 and a half, and the width is 10 or 12 inches. The pieces of wood I have, the trees and nighttime, they're huge. They're huge. It wouldn't even do anything. You know what I mean? Like they're too small. The ones I've been looking at anyway. But I like the idea of the electric splitter, but it's just I don't think it's can uh, can take it. Um, always sales on fast riders. Ahmed's mustache is tickling his nose. Um, Ross liking the yellow fast rider, bumblebee tuna. Um, Thomas not so much. Oof, the yellow is too much. Um, Yoma shot photo quality isn't the best. I think that's
That's
part of
right.
the picture here. I think the picture quality isn't the best, and they
Yeah.
might be a little bit hard to photograph. Um, the Santos gets you the best
Amin's gonna
experience
go
of them all.
shave real quick.
Yeah, he's. uh, let's see here. Oh, I just accidentally skipped through. Uh, I wanted to see what Detroit Spartan. He had something to say here. But of course, I lost it because I am terrible at this. Um, someone else, please buy a watch soon. Need to live vicariously through you guys.
I have a few more inbound.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
You want to share or
I don't care.
okay? Well, let us know
Um,
what do you have inbound.
well, I bought a Shinola, so
Right,
we could talk. We could talk for hours on that.
right.
But it is a special one that I've been actually
Okay,
looking at for like 6 months. So, but I got to go pick it up. And then the other one actually, Matt from Rock the Watch
hmm
did a video on it. He's an influencer to me because his videos are part of the reason why I picked up that white dial Breitling Super
right.
Ocean, which I'm toying with buying one of those again too. But I gotta cool it for a little bit. So
You sold yours to Bruce, right?
I sold the white Seamaster to
It's my C
Bruce,
man.
but I
Okay, right,
sold
right.
the white um, Super Ocean to the same guy that actually bought my what color was that dial? Silver dial Colt that I had. So he's got both the Breitlings that I've owned. That
Yeah,
guy does. So um, what's the other watch? Oh, it's a Citizen. I don't even know the part number, but it is it's a Citizen Diver automatic. It's an NY series, but it's a limited edition one. I'll get you the part number here. It's a NY009787. It's a white dial with a red bezel, and it
Oh,
looks
I've
Oh,
seen that one. I
yeah,
know
it
the
yeah,
one
looks
you're
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about.
killer.
hmm
That's a cool
I
watch.
like
I think I
I
paid
like
like
Citizen a lot.
yeah, I paid like $400 for it or something. It comes on a bracelet. They only made like 888 of them,
Mm,
which is pretty legit limited edition for a Citizen.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, for sure.
But I'm sure I'll end up selling it.
that's a cool watch.
Sorry, I got to eat it before mouse. Anish says thoughts on the Glajut 60s chronograph annual edition. I've been eyeing that one now for days and thinking about it. I am not a big fan of the Glajut 60s. I do like the chronographs of the Glajut 60s though. The regular three-hander date, not so much. I like the chronograph. I think the chronograph is pretty cool. I like the 70s chronograph much more. I like that square shape personally. Um, Here you go. Detroit Spartan. When I first got into the watch game, well, luxury watch game, I thought gold watches were for old timers. Now I look at gold watches
Mm.
75% of the time. I'm starting to ask my ID for a gem set Rolexes. Yeah, I mean, I like gold watches too. I didn't before, but I used to. I would love to get like a nice little dress watch with like rose gold and a
Oh
black
yeah,
dial.
rose gold is definitely the way to go.
Yeah.
Killer looking.
Yeah.
Um, KRJ, Joy, I have a 16-ton electric Ram splitter. So quiet. I listen to podcasts while I'm splitting. You need to cut your own logs to acceptable lengths. Ah, but but here, okay, you're right. The problem is we got every year we get a tree guy coming in here to chop some tree down. Just whatever trees that don't look good or maybe too close to some of the structures we have on the property. And so, like, I tell the guy, like, cut, 24 inches, man. And he doesn't do that. Like, he does whatever, he eyes it, and I don't know if his vision's off, but it's just too long. And I guess I should just cut some of this wood down further, but I don't know. You're probably right, KR. You're probably right. Um, Bobby Legs loves chopping wood. So all roads lead to low legs for Bobby. So glad Jude isn't in the cards right now. I like, who knows? Who knows? Splitters seem quieter than a Longines.
Yeah, I do get a little bit of. I mean, because it's a unidirectional rotor.
Yeah, yeah,
But actually, I'm trying to get it to spin, and I can't get it to do it while it's on wrist.
yeah. I like that. I like the sound, the wobble. I That doesn't bother me at all. Um, a clandestine. I used to want a root beer before stumbling upon a rose gold YM40. That's Jason here. He's got a beautiful Yamester in rose gold.
It's
Very very
that's nice.
nice. Um, Typical Wolverine.
They're talking about college
Oh,
stuff.
okay, okay. Speaking of college, my Rutgers beat number 1 ranked Purdue last night in basketball. Anyway, just wanted to throw that out there. Um, Bobby did German watches back in the day.
Yeah.
uh, no, no, it's coming back. I got the Damasco. Um, Holy cow! It's already 10 o'clock. Man, it's my bedtime.
Oh, geez. You need to stay up later, man.
I do, but I got like a 4-year-old and a 3-year-old, man, that wake up like at 6 o'clock in the morning.
So
Mm,
4 hours,
Oops.
man. That's all you need is 4 hours sleep.
No way, man. I need more.
Did you just
I
drop your ice cream on the table?
just a little bit, Amin. It's okay. It all stayed in the bowl. It all stayed in the bowl. Um, Rob, so anything new coming up in the channel besides the 3 videos a day that you do and watching YouTube?
Well, so I am off my day job. I am off for the rest of the year,
Oh,
so I'll
nice.
probably actually be doing even more.
Wow.
Do more
So I'll
streams,
probably
man.
I think I might do more streams where some of the behind the scene type stuff that I do. I might share some of that. Like I still got to build that G-Man that I bought off Etsy, and
Hmm.
then I need to. I'm always like messing with bracelets and doing stuff like that. I don't know if people want to chime in and watch me play in the watch room. I guess I can show it. But
Absolutely, I think that's fat. I
Cool.
mean, like it was nice to like turn on the computer earlier and you have a live stream going, showing off the big eye, man. That was great. That was a nice
I
little
was gonna
surprise.
save that, but like, so I have boxes. I have like 3 boxes behind me that I still need to open, but I probably won't open them until like Sunday or Monday. Like
Yeah,
I typically just whatever, I'll deal with it later because it's always too much. But this one, I'm like, I need to open this. I want to put this on.
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
absolutely. Um, Amin, what about you, man? Anything going on?
Um, no, busy with family stuff. Teaching my son to drive this weekend.
nice.
Um,
Oh,
yeah. Um,
Oh, he's
another.
15.
He's 17.
What?
17. Yeah. Yeah. My guys are slow. I think the pandemic slowed everything down. Uh,
My daughter's 15. I've been working with her for like a year.
well, it might be
wow.
his state dependent too. I don't think that these guys can do it until they're 16 in Massachusetts.
Really?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it's the same in
Uh,
Jersey. I think you have to be at least 16.
I think they have to be 16.
Yeah.
That's
I
interesting.
don't know. He's my second one driving. Once they start nagging me, then I do it. So I don't know exactly when if they're slow to get to it, then that's great for me.
You don't push
Uh,
them. You don't care.
no, no. It's like I don't like teaching them how to drive. It's very stressful.
No way.
No, you like teaching them?
You want me to come out and do it? I used to instruct high
Really?
performance driving events on the track and stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
Nice.
I pay for their driving lessons through this like driving school, but apparently they need a certain amount of time outside of that to so
Yeah.
yeah, I find it stressful. I get all worked up. Um,
Just play on your phone and watch a live stream or something, and just.
let
Yeah,
them go. You
just let
know,
'em go.
it,
I mean,
it
what are they going to do? Like when you're not there, seriously, they're going to learn. That's like on the job training. They're going to learn by doing it. Like you're just maybe offering little nuggets. You can't overload them either. Like
that's true. That's true. And a couple of times I've told him just go drive and like if you, but he said the penalties are very very steep if he
yeah,
goes in. Yeah.
right.
Um, yeah, you're right. Um,
Are you allowed to have an open container in the vehicle
and
in your state?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Yeah.
It would be easier if I could just,
Yeah.
yeah, you're doing fine.
I have overloaded the first one I overload. It's always everything with the first kid you get a little more anxious. So the
Yeah,
first one I overloaded, legitimately overloaded. This one I'm pretty hands off. I offer like you said little nuggets here and there. Like you're in the wrong lane.
This is a one-way street.
Right, exactly.
You're driving backwards.
Yeah, yeah. The tires on the curb.
You're on
there's
the sidewalk.
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, everything's a little more laid back with the second one.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Jason's still trying to teach his wife how to drive. Thomas, thank you so much for the super chat. Thanks again for hosting another Friday night hangout, Bobby, Amin, and Rob. Keep up the great work. Thank you, sir. We gotta go. So we gotta chop down a Christmas tree. So we're gonna have to do that on Sunday.
On
Yeah.
your property, or do you got to go somewhere?
No, we gotta go somewhere. But we are starting to plant trees on our
Nice.
property. So I don't know how long that takes. Maybe
Pines grow pretty quick.
maybe 5 years, 6 years. You think?
Well,
No.
maybe a little longer, but
A little
you're
longer.
gonna prune it and like keep them good.
Oh, we have to do that. Okay. Yeah. I guess we have to.
Dude, that was my first job ever, and I think I was like 12 or 13 that
Yeah.
I actually pruned Christmas trees. I had a sharp machete and I'm whacking away. They made me wear these leather chaps because I was always hitting myself.
Wow.
That would have been bad.
Wow.
It was crazy.
So is there a time of the year where you do it? Is it in spring or is it in the fall? Or when do you prune them?
It was
You remember?
it was the middle of summer.
Middle of summer? Okay.
Yeah, but we did like, I mean, just thousands of trees. It was insane.
Wow.
Wow.
Kind of thought about doing that as a side business here. Problem is our soil is like very well where my property is. It's very rocky, so I don't know
Okay.
if that's a problem for. I know it's a problem for a lot of plants, not a problem for some. Obviously, we have stuff growing and crazy, but
Yeah, you're not registered as a farm. You need to definitely register as a farm.
we in Jersey you need at least 5 acres. I'm at 3.25, but there
Oh,
is a landlocked property behind us that is just woods, and I think it's about 4 or 5 acres. And we thought about approaching the person who owns it to buy it to actually do that, and
the
then
amount of money you could save on taxes would probably almost pay for that.
within a year or two,
Yeah,
within a year or two, and then in Jersey you have to. Then it's not like okay, we get 7 acres and boom, we can designate it as a farm property. We have to actually sell whatever we're selling for a year or two, showing that we're making some money. I think it's like $500 per acre,
you got to
right?
get off the East Coast, man.
Well, I'm going further north, man. Hopefully, further north. But anyway,
What are
one
you
day
doing?
I would love to eventually move further north,
Where
uh,
further? How much further?
like Vermont or upstate New York, or
Oh,
just keep on going north because that's
how,
where the food's
why?
going to be at. That's where the
Why?
food's going to be at.
What do you mean?
Because the ice, whatever, everything. Batman. How about we
Warming?
do some we do some
No,
Batman
no,
right
no.
now. I'm in Anyway, guys, I had a great time tonight. That little segue helped me finish my bowl of ice cream. Um, Amin, Rob, thank you so much for joining this last minute streamed. It was great having you
Yeah,
guys on.
Good to be here.
Well,
yeah,
Victor.
we can do it same bat time, same bat cave tomorrow.
Good night, guys. Take care.
Good to
Thanks,
see you,
chat.
Rob. Good to
Take
see you,
care.
Rob.
Bye.
See
Bye
you.
bye.